बेतहाशा तड़पने लगी।
I'll probably be blocking for a minute. Is that fine?
Let me take this out. Hello MaTV, hello Kuldeep ji. My name is Radhika and I am a journalist in the UK and I am a charity consultant. Here at Cookham, which is a very beautiful English village west of London, the Sangeet Foundation, not for the first time and certainly not for the last time, has organized a wonderful evening during the summer to try and raise awareness on mental wellness, which I personally think is today's most important need for all of us. And music is such a fantastic way of bringing people together. Music and mental wellness, I think, are extremely correlated. Music heals, music calms, music can bring people together just like food. And mental wellness is a topic which is extremely relevant in today's world for all of us. And I am here personally to share my experience, my journey of how I was able to identify an illness which really threw me out of the mainstream journey of life. But I was lucky enough to have a support system where I was able to talk about it. And today I'm here to share the same experience, raise awareness along with Sangeet Foundation. And so I'm very, very thankful to everybody who's present here to be able to do what they're doing, because a huge round of applause for any and every effort to raise awareness on music and mental wellness. Thank you.
Hi there, this is Deepak Parmar on behalf of Sangeet Foundation. We are doing disability and mental awareness through music. Music is the ultimate way to relax, to rejuvenate, to work out and to enjoy. And the happiness and the benefits of music helps to reveal everybody a lot better and make them feel a lot better. It's a great form of therapy and we have found it to work on many, many people. Jayanta ji on behalf of Sangeet Foundation is doing quite a lot and bringing the mental awareness to the wide variety of people, and good luck to everybody for this concert. Thank you.
Foundation stands for. Did I say vision? What really is our vision? I hear you ask. A question asked by many and possibly left unanswered. I think I have the right person to answer this pertinent question today. She is my co-host for the evening, someone who has been an integral part of Sangeet Foundation for years. She is the mother of a teenage boy on the autistic spectrum, hence a lot more informed and pragmatic in her approach to mental health and thus to Sangeet Foundation's vision. Let's put this question to her. Rinku, what do you believe is the vision of Sangeet Foundation, and what do we need to take away with us this evening?
Thank you, Indrani. Friends, mental health resides here, in us, around us. Unlike most ailments, it is often invisible and very well concealed. The fear of being judged constantly lurks in our head, and because socially there are a lot of taboos and stereotype images that have been linked to mental health that creates the fear. Log kya kahenge? Loke ki bolbe? I am an academic topper, a successful business professional. How can I suffer from mental health? This is where Sangeet Foundation steps in for the community to destroy those myths, to drive awareness and give you and me the voice and the platform to stand and say loud and clear, friends, I'm not keeping good. I need help. Do you know someone I can speak to? Research has shown that music and creative arts are not just engines of entertainment. They are strong mood enhancers. They calm nerves. They promote circulation. They trigger the happy hormones that help you take a control over your mind. Be it autism, bereavement, breakups, sexual orientation, right now in this hall, there are examples of people who have fought depression and sought happiness through music and arts. Last but not the least, on behalf of Sangeet Foundation, it is my appeal: fight denial, accept mental health, and you will conquer the dark side of the moon, a documentary SF is very proud to present. Shoro.
Dyspraxia, as well as anxiety and depression.
It's nothing to be ashamed of, and if it happens, then we need to deal with it.
We believe in happiness through music and the arts, and this is to create awareness about mental health.
And I'd like for all of you to please join us, that is join today.
When it comes to dealing with mental health, be flexible.
Feel your emotions is really important.
I feel refreshed, happy, and much more focused.
I think Sangeet Foundation is doing wonderful work.
What do you do as a person when you are talking to someone who is going through a state of depression?
And I'd like to congratulate Sangeet Foundation for the wonderful work they're doing.
Clinical depression is a real condition. It's not unhappiness gone bad.
संगीत फाउंडेशन में हमारे साथ जुड़िए.
That's what I meant by I'll see you at the dark side of the moon.
As we embark on this enchanting evening of music and the performing arts, we are honored to have a lineup of distinguished speakers and artists who will share their insights and experiences and take us on their journey from darkness to light, from skepticism and failure to hope and triumph.
We'll start with an opening song by Ipshita Banerjee. She is an SF member, a qualified chartered accountant by profession. Ipshita's passion is music.
প্রশ্ন করেন ধ্রুব তারা আর কতকাল আমি রব দিশাহারা রব দিশাহারা আমায় প্রশ্ন করেন ধ্রুব তারা আর কতকাল আমি রব দিশাহারা রব দিশাহারা জবাব কিছুই তার দিতে পারি না শুধু পথ চেয়ে কেটে গেল এ জীবন সারা এ জীবন সারা কहीं दूर जब दिन ढल जाए सांझ की दुल्हन बदन चुराए चुपके से आए कभी यूं ही जब हुई बोझल सांसें भर आई बैठे बैठे जब यूं ही आँखें कभी यूं ही जब हुई बोझल सांसें भर आई बैठे बैठे जब यूं ही आँखें कभी मचल के प्यार से चल के छुए कोई मुझे पर नजर ना आए नजर ना आए कहीं दूर जब दिन ढल जाए सांझ रब दी सहारा
Moving on. In 2020, a group of women doctors in Leicester formed an amateur dance group called Navratrana. Absolutely. All right, moving on. We have Debadrita, or Devi as friends call her, has been learning Bharatanatyam since she was 6 years old. She's a third-year student of Oxford University, studying ancient Greek and Sanskrit.
உடலம் ஆடவும் அதற்கேற்ப மகுடம் ஒளி வீசவும் மிகவும் எழிலாகவும் காற்றில் விளிரும் துகில் ஆடவும் மிகவும் எழிலாகவும் காற்றில் மிளிரும் தூகில் ஆடி மிக இசைந்தோடி வரும் நலம் காண ஒரு மனம் நாட பகுமிது என ஒரு பதம் பாட அகிட ததிமிகன நடமாட கன்று பசுவினோடு நின்று புடை சூழ என்று மலரும் முக இறைவன் கனிவோடு குழலூதி மனம் எல்லாம் கொள்ளை கொண்ட புகை ஏதும் எனக்கேரடி தோழி குழலூதி மனம் எல்லாம் கொள்ளை கொண்ட புகை ஏதும் எனக்கேரடி குறை ஏதும் எனக்கேதடி குறை ஏதும் எனக்கேதடி
Fantastic. We are coming to is probably what I would say the crux of the evening. It is something it weighs heavily on all of our hearts here today, but it's an important conversation, a conversation that needs to happen. Your daughter had such an incredible soul, and words can't describe how unfair this is. Your daughter had the most incredible spirit and will be greatly missed by all who knew her. Your daughter was incredibly special, and I feel so lucky to have known her. These are all in the past tense. Bereavement, broken relationships, and a wrong diagnosis may deepen depression and heighten risk of fatal choices made by those suffering from mental health issues.
It's likely 75% or more of us have experienced difficulties with mental health or have been close to someone who has. I'm going to be talking about bereavement and suicide loss, and especially if you've experienced difficulties yourself or supporting someone with difficulties currently, it could be very difficult. So if anyone does feel distressed or upset and wants to leave the room, please do. I won't take offence, and everyone in the room would understand. So if we go back to 2019, my daughter lost a friend to suicide. She hadn't seen her in a number of years, but they'd been close in senior school at Kendrick. We went to a funeral where Diva was also reunited with other old school friends she'd lost touch with. It was unlike any funeral that I'd ever been to. How can you celebrate a life cut short in such a devastating way? I left thinking that anyone who'd considered ending their life previously left that funeral with an understanding of how much pain was left behind, that no one else would follow that friend's footsteps. Diva had experienced difficulties with her mental health previously, and this I'd put down to our lack of family support and having a mother who'd experienced trauma. Aside from this, she was blessed with beauty and brains and a kind heart. She'd been diagnosed with borderline personality disorder and was having therapy at this time. And I didn't necessarily agree with this diagnosis, but I felt appreciative that she had additional support. Around the time of her friend's death, she was also assessed for autism, which should have replaced the original diagnosis. Autism had never previously been investigated due to the lack of understanding of autism in girls. With the loss of her friend and new diagnosis, I'd felt hopeful, despite her previous difficulties, that her mental health would improve and that she would never want her loved ones to experience what her and others had felt at the loss of her friend. She was a keen Glastonbury fan and approached the Left Field stage, asking them to do a panel about neurodiversity. And they, in turn, were impressed and asked her to work with them and present it. She was ecstatic. I thought this was going to be a turning point in her life where she would finally understand herself and her needs better. I could never have imagined what was to follow. In early 2020, Diva kept telling me to stop travelling because there was a virus coming. She became increasingly anxious about it, as many of us were. We watched news reports in separate houses. And when lockdown came, I wanted to break the rules. You know, if you think of a time when you received something nice and you know, as a surprise, you know, how it made you feel, or how it makes you feel when you do an act of kindness, it's easy to understand that it does help your mental health.
Another absence and apology. We were supposed to have Dr. Indrani Lahiri here. She's a senior lecturer in De Montfort University. She specializes in the resilience of children suffering from mental health and autism. She works very closely with Sangeet Foundation, Jointore to be specific, as a research and academic partner. So we will now move on to our next participant, a little singer, Raika.
Tola de mene golde junke, mekana vijay pava chunke. Tola de mene golde junke, mekana vijay pava chunke. Menjave beru shopping kara de, menjave beti picture dikha de, request paya de, chita kalaya we, oh baby very chita kalaya we, everyone chita kalaya we. Oh baby berry white kalaya we, chita kalaya we. Oh baby berry chita kalaya we, chita kalaya we. Oh baby berry chita kalaya we. Menjave beru shopping kara de, menjave beti picture dikha de, request paya we, chita kalaya we. Oh baby berry chita kalaya we, everyone chita kalaya we. Oh baby berry white kalaya we, chita kalaya we. Oh baby berry chita kalaya we, chita kalaya we. Oh baby berry chita kalaya we. 1, 2, 3, here I go. Sole sa 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 ni da ni 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 da ba da ba ba da. Sa sa ni 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 da da ba 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 da ba ba re ga sa. Ek desha ilas mere nedya, oh mere nedya, ek pyara suniya, ek desha ilas mere nedya. Thank you everyone.
Big round of applause for Raika.
धड़कने बेतहाशा तड़पने लगी।